What's up, y'all? It's your boy Idealisticon, and you won't believe who I have the honor of interviewing today. The one, the only. You know what? I'm gonna just let her introduce herself. I feel like that's just for the best.
Hi, I'm Zaynah Bear. Which camera should I be looking at? The right ones?
No, the big one. So, Zaynah Bear, thank you for joining us today. Okay, as we spoke yesterday, my name is Idealisticon. I'm from the Binge Cringe podcast, and it is an honor to meet you and interview you. So I do have a few questions for you. Then there's going to be a big question at the end. Don't be too mad about me for that question. But yeah, don't worry about it. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. It's just a part of the podcast tradition that we do.
Okay.
So, but first things first, we did have a little bit of a conversation yesterday, especially with the press and everything. Felt like we got to know you more a little bit, especially, more so which happens behind the scenes of what you do content wise and everything like that. So I guess my question to you is like, where do you see yourself going now? You feel like you've done a lot. You met celebrities, you've worked with a bunch of people, and I know you're still looking to scratch some itches about working with some other people. So what do you see yourself doing next?
Man, I've been harassing All Def Digital to get on Great Taste. I want to be on Great Taste.
Okay.
So if All Def Digital sees this, I'm in your DMs.
Y'all heard her. Stop playing.
I've done contacted production. I've befriended some people in All Def. I'm getting in there.
Okay.
And I also want to do the roundtable game show.
Oh, that's going to be fun. That seems like that'll be. You know what? I feel like that's right up your alley, just a little bit. So, okay. So based off that, so you're reaching out to them. You're trying to get. Is there anyone individually that you want to work with? As of right now.
I would love to work with Tony Statovici.
Okay. I remember you saying something similar to that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm scared to approach though. Like if I see him, I'll be like, "Hey."
I'm be real. He's actually a really cool guy.
He seems like it.
He really is. Got to meet him last year. He's really chill. He was really calm at the press conference. He seems to be a really family guy, but he's really laid back from what I know of him so far. So, but yeah, I say you go ahead and you shoot your shot for that skit. Like I think he'll be down for it.
Yeah, he'd probably have a fantastic idea because he has the best ideas for videos.
No, I think one of his most recent videos that I seen of him was the one. Well, everybody's kind of doing something similar now with the, vampire thing. You can't come in. Like that was hilarious. I really enjoyed that. Okay, so my next question for you, break it into two parts. What is your favorite skit and what is your least favorite that you've done?
I think my favorite is the video that I did to The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
Okay.
Because, I grew up in on the east side, Zone 6, whatever. And we would often visit like Stone Mountain Park, and that would be one of the songs that they play in the laser show. So anybody that grew up in DeKalb knows that song.
Okay.
And least favorite. Shoot, I probably deleted it and erased it from my mind because it was embarrassing.
I mean, that's fair. I can't blame you for that one.
But I'm trying to think. Least favorite that's still up. Well, just like I don't dislike the video, but the reception bothered me a little bit because one of the videos that I did to Glorilla's song went viral for people hating on it. I mean, it went viral in a good way too. Like my normal community that saw it.
Right.
But then like a bunch of Gen Zs got a hold of it and started calling me an old bitch.
See, that's just disrespectful.
I know.
That's really disrespectful.
I'm like, damn, y'all hate joy around these parts. Y'all strict.
How did you handle that controversy?
I was in Costa Rica, so
well then.
I posted some pictures from Costa Rica. Anyway, I'm enjoying my vacation.
I'm out here posting. I'm living my best life out here. I'm okay. Whatever y'all saying.
I just let my followers, say the words that I did not want to say. They're like, "Ha, she called y'all brokies."
You know what? That's probably like one of the best ways you could just reply to people like that.
Yeah, and then a couple weeks later, Glorilla had me in the music video for that song. So I was like,
so you know what? Things work out in the best way sometimes, don't they?
Right. right.
Okay, so I guess my next question for you is: so when it comes to your content, you spoke a little bit about your inspiration before, but like, and that's just coming up with the content. But like, what is like the inspiration? Where do you come up? Because sometimes when your content, you actually do like makeshift cosplays that are like really really cool. So where do you come up with the like? Do you just randomly jump in your closet? Do you order half this stuff or?
It's stuff that I already own. The only thing that I've ever had to order to complete a video was the cowboy hat for The Devil Went Down to Georgia. But all the clothes that I wear, that's just stuff that I own.
Yeah,
I don't throw nothing away.
If I had to say one of my favorite videos that you've done, and this is just strictly like a personal favorite of mine, was the one you did with the SpongeBob trap song. I love that one. Like that one was amazing. I'm like, wait, she just had on a different outfit. I'm like, wait, now she's Sandy. Now I was like, so how long did it take you to work on that one?
That one probably took like an hour or less. Because most of the time was just like changing my hair and changing the costume. But the dancing, I wasn't doing anything intricate. True.
That I guess that was more my question. Well, that was part of the reason why I asked that question. Like, you said an hour. Like, that's a lot of changes in an hour. like costume wise. So, but that's amazing. That's really cool. But yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite videos. But before I ask my final question, I do have my co-host here with me. Well, one of my co-hosts. He's a longtime friend of mine. I like to bring him on. He would like to ask you a question or two, if that's okay. My boy and homie Cryptic, would you like to join us, sir?
Oh, I'm looking around like he's about to come through the door or something. Like he's a special guest, like Ellen DeGeneres.
I'm going to sit right here.
Okay.
Thank you. So we met yesterday, and I am a lot less nervous today because we get to have this nice little one-on-one interview. This is how I like to perform, and it kind of attests to what you were saying. Like, whenever you get in front of people, it kind of takes you out of it a little bit because you're like, oh my God, I'm in my living room now.
Everybody's like facial expressions and stuff.
Exactly. So I wanted to dive a little bit more into just Zaynah Bear, the creator, and Zaynah, the person, and that's something that I think a lot of people can relate with when it comes to what you were talking about yesterday with the imposter syndrome and just feeling like you don't have a seat at the table or you haven't earned that seat at the table. So when you start to get those emotions and you start to build up a lot of that negative energy, what do you do to bring Zaynah back down to earth, to bring Zaynah back to Zaynah?
That's a good question.
I make a video and I post it because anytime I post something, like, I get my flowers, I get my celebration, I get my validation.
Right.
So it's like, I don't feel like I have to be perfect like after I post, because I'll post something that's like, man, this is questionable. I don't know if anybody's gonna mess with this one, but then thousands of people do.
Right.
So
absolutely. And that's something that, I work in the YouTube sphere. So TikTok was one of those really, really scary platforms for me because that's more direct to the consumer, is the way I would see it, at least. So whenever you first started receiving that reception, I believe you said that you posted a video and it just went boom, viral. I had a moment like that as well. The way that I responded to it was definitely not as well as you did. It was one video that just went completely crazy. I started seeing negative comments, and I was getting those notifications directly to my phone. So I'd wake up in the morning, see, oh my God, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And it's like, hey, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna take my time away from this. Next thing I know, I'm on a hiatus, but you somehow found a way to fight through that. So whenever you were going through those comments and things, what are some of the some of the Zaynah Bear activities, some of the things that happen off camera? Like, do you like to sit down and have a cup of tea? Do you like to watch your favorite shows? Do you go out? I know you work out like crazy, so that's definitely a good way to get some stress out. So what does that look like?
I honestly spend so much time just hunched over my phone.
Just shrimp mode, just on the phone?
Yes. There'd be times where I'm with my boyfriend and he's like, stop looking at the comments. And I'm like, they got me fucked up.
Yeah. Go on the bat for yourself. Yeah, absolutely. But now you got those people that can do it for you. Now, another thing that I really wanted to ask you about, when you hit the Baki pose, how much training and time did that take for you to get that to really look nice?
I feel like maybe after a month, I was able to hold it for like a good 5 seconds. I think 5 seconds is the longest that I've been able to hold it. But As far as training, at that time, my only workout was like being a pole instructor, but that's an intense workout. It ain't nothing but beautiful calisthenics.
Girl,
so
my wife put me in some Pilates one time, and I was like, I'm gonna go back to weights because this is making me feel like I can't do nothing.
Oh yeah, that's that prison workout.
That when you lift in your body, it's different from lifting some weights. So the other thing I wanted to ask you as well, whenever you were creating, oh my goodness, I'm forgetting what it was already. I'm losing it. So you were creating another thing that was related to your fitness. Oh, well, that's what I was going to ask. What is your main type of working out? Like, what is your main style, at least, that you prefer?
I'm not quite sure how to answer that question. I use like the weight machines. I hate free weights because I don't know. I like the weight to be on a like fixed path.
Yes, absolutely.
And I don't know. Like, are you asking like my favorite machines?
Like a cardio setup? Do you do like
cardio.
Some people do like a primal workout where it's all like body weight and it's more like releasing your joints and making sure that you can move freely? If you have anything specific like that, because you're very fit. You flexed those guns on us yesterday. I got very scared for my own life. So
oh shit, they're shooting.
I'm saying. And she's got those weapons on her, y'all. So don't play with Zaynah.
Yeah, I mean, like I spend for my workout, like I mean I take a pole class a week, I teach a pole class a week. So that's like 2 pole classes, but then the rest, like I spend maybe 3 to 5 days a week in the gym, 2 hours for each session. And it's just weight training mostly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or if I'm sore that day, I'll just do like 20 minutes on the Stairmaster.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a very important thing is that you got to, listen to your body whenever it's telling you if you're feeling a certain way, if you can't do something. People a lot of times think that you have to just go hard every single time, but it's really
I learned that the hard way.
Yes.
One of my first sessions with I tried out a trainer one time, then he was fired. But the next day, because I was like lifting the weights wrong, I was doing it too fast, wasn't listening to my body, and then my back was out of place the next day. I'm like,
oh my goodness.
I was walking like Pinocchio.
Yes, ma'am.
I was like, let me sit down for a week and see what happens.
Well, my last question for you, it finally came back to me. You were talking yesterday about you had just recently hired an agent. So up until that point, Zaynah Bear has pretty much been a one-woman show. You've been doing all of your own recording. You've been doing all of your own editing. Is that what that's been looking like?
Yeah. Yeah, I do everything myself. And as far as my agent, they'll get me like sound promos. Like someone will pay me to like do a dance to a song. But other than that, like I do it all myself.
Yes, ma'am. And what does that workflow usually look like? You were saying that it takes you about like sometimes 4 hours to make a video, just rehearsing and getting those shots perfect.
The Devil Went Down to Georgia was 15 hours.
Oh my goodness. Woo, that's some dedication, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, not all in one day. It was 11 hours one day and then 4 the next day.
Yeah. And then whenever you were editing your videos, do you edit them on CapCut? Do you edit them on TikTok? Do you get on the computer and edit them?
Well, it's mostly in the filming for most of my videos. So, like, you know how you record in TikTok in clips?
Right.
So I usually don't have to do any editing afterwards. The video is finished after I finish recording it. But sometimes I'll use CapCut if I need to put the videos side by side for the recreations, but that's it.
Right. And I mainly asked that question just to kind of emphasize that a lot of people, a lot of younger creators and starting creators, they think that they have to have all the bells and whistles. They think they have to have all this knowledge behind them on how to edit, on how to videography and how to record things, when really it's just getting started and putting yourself out there. Yeah. And I think you're just a prime testament to that. And I think you've done a wonderful job in inspiring just the audience and just a lot of people that look like us, black and brown people that want to do something and be funny and be goofy on the internet and be celebrated for it. So
yeah, my first video, my first 1 million followers I got off an iPhone 8.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yes, absolutely. Off an iPhone 8. I just saw the other day they have some sort of rig where they're setting up like 15 iPhones at the same time just to film movies. So iPhones, y'all, this ain't a promo for iPhones, but we are recording on 2 of them, just so you know. So she's been recording on them, just so you know. I'm sorry, Android people.
Don't
but
disrespect the power of the iPhone.
Don't do it. Steve. Thank you, Steve. So, is there anything that you had left, Mr. Tone?
Yes, I did.
Absolutely. Here you go.
All right. Thank you for that, Cryptid. Definitely. Yeah, I like bringing you and like Cobalt on because y'all always give like a different perspective to the podcast. I really appreciate that. So, Cobalt's my other co-host. He comes on. Well, he's been my day one since, but you know he
Nice.
can't he can't move around as much. But so I do have some final questions. Final question. This was a question that I was actually seeing get your opinion on. So, obviously, or at least I hope you know Kiera, please, correct?
Yeah.
You know, so, and I've always thought that like between the two of you, y'all have like some really crazy, beautiful smiles. So, like, if y'all had to do like a competition, who do you think would win the smile competition or something like that?
She would.
You think she would?
Yes, she has a huge, beautiful smile.
She does, and and here's the thing: I also think you do as well. And it's just like y'all smiles are very captivating. I'm like, see, that's how you get people's attention. Like sometimes, like just a smile and just being yourself and just showing that you're having fun. And that's just a question that popped into my head: like, who would win in a if people had to vote, who would have the better smile just in a competition? That was just a question that just popped into my head. It was just a random one, but like, I felt like that would be really cool to like see, like who would like vote for who. But yeah, but you're obviously saying that she would win. Like, she does have a really great smile though. But
yeah,
that's
and I only show one roll when I smile, so it's not as impactful. She's got like the big bright Colgate smile.
Right. So now for my final question, and this is coming from the root of the podcast itself. The podcast is generally based around animation, anime, things that derive or blossom from animation and anime. So we all very well know that you are a very versed SpongeBob fan. But other than that, what are your top 3 favorite cartoons?
Not including SpongeBob.
You can include SpongeBob.
Okay, SpongeBob number 1.
Okay.
Number 2. Maybe Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay. That's valid.
Number 3. Do I want to say Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy?
Ooh, that's a good choice though.
Or Totally Spies. I feel like I'm overlooking something. Oh, Family Guy.
Family Guy? Okay. Okay, that's solid. That's solid. So for the second half of this question, this usually separates the adults from the children. Out of those 3, you have to choose which one is Binge, which one is Cringe, and which one you have to trash it.
Binge, SpongeBob.
Okay.
Cringe. But I have to trash one.
Exactly.
Well, I'm not trashing Family Guy, so I'll have to trash Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay. It wasn't as difficult for you as it's been as some people. Some people really struggle with that one. They'd be like, why'd you do this to me? But no, I feel like we really got to know you. I appreciate you definitely sitting down and talking not only with me, but my co-host Cryptic, and expressing to the members of our podcast as well as our audience, who you are as a person, and what the time it takes to make your skits and stuff like that, what the work you put into it, and also just getting to know you a little bit. So definitely thank you for your time. I guess I do have one final question for you. If you would ever in the future, would you like to be on the podcast and just like do an episode? Because we do like episodes when it comes to like cartoons and stuff. We're trying to branch out more. Originally we started with just anime, but we're trying to branching out more. Like recently we just did Hey Arnold, and that was like a really fun episode. But like
I'm traumatized by Hey Arnold.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yes, because one night I stayed up until like 3 a.m. listening to songs backwards and like listening to demon conspiracies.
Ooh.
And then I tried to watch Hey Arnold to like calm my nerves so I wouldn't have nightmares. And then I had Hey Arnold demon nightmares.
Yeah, that's not fun. That's not fun. I'm sorry that happened to you.
My brain was just like, remix, bitch.
I feel genuinely sorry that happened to you. That's because Hey Arnold's one of my favorite shows. So
I know, but now like when I watch it, I get a little chill down my spine. Like, oh, the Hey Arnold demons are coming.
Understandably so. But yeah, so I would like to extend that invitation.
Oh damn,
to you.
Courage the Cowardly Dog. I didn't include that in my top 3.
Well, it's a good one.
Go ahead, sorry.
But yeah, so I'd like to extend that invitation to you if you would like to ever join us on the podcast. The invitation's there for you. Usually when we have people for their first time or special guests, we usually like have them, and which not all the time, but have them be like the host if they're willing to. So they usually take over. I just do the introductions and that's it.
Fun.
So if you're interested, I would love to have you on the show. And you know what? We haven't done it yet, so maybe we could do SpongeBob for you.
Okay.
We have not touched SpongeBob, and I feel like since you're such a SpongeBob expert, that would be perfect.
Okay.
All right. Well, as always, y'all know who I am. I am your boy Idealisticon, and I am always glad to make that known. And this is Zaynah Bear, and I am glad that she was able to sit down and talk with us. Thank you for joining us once again.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
No problem. See you guys soon.